Hello, my name is Kelly Laudermilk, and this is my AEP 880 Cultural Diversity, Module 1, the sum of our parts. Excuse me. Again, my name is Kelly Laudermilk. Demographics. My parents were married for 26 years and had 3 children. I am in the middle. I have an older brother named Wes and a younger brother named Kevin, and they were divorced when I was 20. I have no kids, but I have an 8.5-year-old Great Dane. I've never been married. I've taught for 13 years, 12 of those as a fourth grade teacher, and one of those as a fifth grade teacher. Currently, I've been at South Hutch Elementary for 6 years, and before that, I was at McCandless Elementary for 1 year, and then previously, my first teaching job was in Great Bend, Kansas, at Riley Elementary for 6 years. Hobbies include traveling, reading, singing, and volunteering. Most of my family lives in a small town called Sterling, Kansas, and I currently live about 30 minutes from there in a town called Hutchinson, Kansas. I got my bachelor's degree from Sterling College and graduated high school from that same high school, Sterling. So, family history. My mother's maiden name is Bennett, and all of her family immigrated from England. My father's DNA, when we did 23andMe, shows that we're mostly Irish and British, which would explain why a lot of us have red hair and freckles, and but our name is obviously German. We've tracked our family tree back to the 1600s. When my grandparents were living, we used to take vacations every other summer with all of my cousins and aunts and uncles on that side, all of my mom and her 3 brothers, and all of their children. So I have a lot of memories of traveling with my cousins and my aunts and uncles. Every Sunday still, my mom makes homemade milkshakes. She's been doing it since, she says, 1980, when my uncle was still in high school. So homemade milkshakes, and then afterwards popcorn. We play board games, we play lots of cards and dominoes, and usually there's football in the background. And if we're not watching the game, then we're doing some kind of a board game or activity. We still do holiday gatherings, just maybe not on the actual day, because our families are growing so much that everybody has their own traditions that they're still holding true. So we don't usually do it on the day, but 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, we do make it a point to still get together. I'm a Christian, so this is my first puzzle piece. This church is a big part of who I am. The church family has been there to support me through the good, the bad, and the ugly, as I should put it. This is my dad on the left. He does not like to take professional pictures, and I have to force him to do anything. So he did allow me to take a picture with the Clydesdales to show how tall he is compared to the Clydesdale horses. On the right is my mom. In the middle, she's in the black camisole or sweater. She is kind of the rock of the family. She holds us all together. And I'm a sister. Those 2 boys in the picture, on the left is my younger brother Kevin, and on the right is my older brother Wes. And they're a big part of who I am, and they keep me in line when I get out of line. This is a picture of my nieces and nephews and me. On the left, the picture on the left is the newest one, and the 2 children to my left are Wes's children, Avery and Owen, and on the right are my brother Kevin's children. Oldest is Liam, and I'm holding the youngest, Ren, and then in the middle is Zoe. I'm a friend. On the right in the graduation picture is my 2 best friends that I do everything with still, except for travel. Lydia is in the middle. On the right is Christina, and we've been friends since high school. On the left is Maggie. She's newly divorced, and we are good travel buddies, and she's also a dog mom. So we enjoy being able to travel together without the constraint of children and spouses and all the other stuff. In the middle is a picture of my first travel abroad, which would be to Sweden. And we went to see my Swedish sister, Felicia. On the left is when I traveled with Maggie to Cancun a year and a half ago. And then on the right is me in Sweden, outside of the palace, I believe, under a waterfall. So I said my Swedish sister, Felicia, in the previous slide. I have another sister. She's my German sister, Tina. And on the bottom is a picture of when we took Felicia to Chicago, and that's my Chicago family. One of my mom's brothers lives there, and that's her brother and his children around the table, and then myself and my mom, and then my aunt and uncle and their children. On the top is when we took Felicia to Pikes Peak. So when we had foreign exchange students, we tried to travel with my family around the area to expose them to some different cultures and different sites to see around while they were here. On the right, Tina was here when I was 10. She was our first foreign exchange student that we hosted, and we're still close. My mom traveled to Germany, and that's Tina's little girl. And then we have lots of other pictures of the others, but they were destroyed in my father's basement when it flooded this summer. Um, I had three foreign exchange brothers, and one was named Tamir from Mongolia, another was named Bill Ramil from Spain, and the last one was Tina's brother from Germany came and stayed with us. He wasn't in the actual exchange program, but he came over and stayed to travel abroad, and so we gave him some experiences when he stayed. I'm a teacher. I like the quote on the right. I wasn't just born to teach. I was born to inspire others, to change people, and to never give up when faced with challenges that seem impossible. Sports. I love the Chiefs. I love K-State football and Chiefs football. I love watching any sport. I support lots of different teams. But my sport that I love to play the most is volleyball. Sand volleyball or regular court volleyball. I like both. There's my dog. His name is Motley. He's my 8.5-year-old Great Dane. And no matter what, if I'm doing renovations, he's got to be right there. So that's him. And I'm looking forward to hearing other videos. So thank you.